I think, the one thing I will say is the thing. Let me start back up. Excuse me. I think the one thing I'm excited about is just the consistency day after day in the group. Savon is running really well. Kamari Pleasant's running well. Sean McGrew's running well. The young guys, Richard Newton, Jamin Patu, the kid from O'Day, is doing a good job. It's really been exciting to see the depth that we have and the consistency that we have in our play.
What are you really looking for? I'm asking a question I think you answered in terms of consistency from this group. What are some of the tangibles in terms of consistency, run blocking, and reads?
I got you. So our big thing is coming out of this. Obviously, we had a big dog for 4 years with Myles Gaskin, and the one thing we always got from Myles as an offense is a consistent run game. And I think that's where these young guys are really trying to take that flag and turn themselves into consistent runners. And what I mean by that is understanding, where the double teams are in, our zone schemes, where they need to be at in our gap schemes, and really taking advantage of not having negative plays based on just being young and bouncing too early and things like that. That would be the big thing I would say we're looking for out of the whole group, is to become consistent runners, efficient runners. I think the other thing is these guys are really trying to, take that next step in the pass blocking game and things like that, and understanding what it means to be, a big threat, not only as a running back out the backfield, but also, putting the fear in people of, if I blitz on the backs at the University of Washington, I'm going to get attacked, and that's what we have to develop as a group.
And how important is that pass blocking in terms of what you're stressing?
I think it's really important, because if you cannot pass block, you will not play. It's really that simple. For us, we are an extension of the O-line in the pass game, so we have to, take pride in that and take pride in not our man making a play or flushing the QB out the pocket. So it's really important when we talk about wanting to be more explosive as an offense, when we talk about wanting to score more points and make more plays, we have to be really efficient in our blocking.
Sounds like the running backs and what you guys are teaching for them to be on the offensive. What I mean by that is initiating the attack, whether it's blocking or they have the ball.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Our big thing is let's eat, and that's really our slogan. The effort you bring into it, the attitude, how tough you're going to be. And if you don't have the mindset that when I'm running the ball, I'm getting downhill, or when somebody's blitzing, I'm getting after them, it's going to be hard to play here. And the thing is, when we get into some of our live periods, and, it doesn't take long to see when you get in some of those team periods, you stand out if you're not getting it done. And it's one of those things that you continue to try to work on and build skill, build confidence, through spring ball. And we just kind of carry that on in the fall camp. And then once we get towards the end of fall camp, hey, you start to separate yourself if you're willing to do that.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Good seeing you.
Last year, Gaskin was a real workhorse.
Yeah.
Got a lot of the carries. You think you're going to go more by committee this year with Ahmed, McGrew, and Pleasant?
That's a good question. It's so funny you asked that. Because early on when Myles first started playing, we had a couple guys, and we had Levon a couple years ago, with that as well. It's really hard to say. I think we'll go through spring ball and try to develop our skill as much as we can, and then go through fall camp, and then as the season starts, we're just trying to put the guys out there that are going to make plays. So if it's multiple guys that are going to go out there and do what we need them to do, multiple guys are going to play. If it's one guy that looks like he's the lead dog, then he's going to be the lead dog, and that's how it's going to work.
Obviously, it seems like it's Savon's role to kind of take up, as the elder statesman, take up that leadership role.
Right.
Have you seen that out of him, taking that role?
I wouldn't say I necessarily seen him in the role of, kind of taking over the room or anything like that. I think we have three guys, really, believe it or not, that are in the same class. Savon, Kamari, and Sean McGrew, they're all in the same class. But the thing I have seen is him, just kind of developing himself as a runner. He has taken the next step there so far this spring. If he continues to do that, we'll be really excited. Obviously, he's a very explosive player. He gets into the open field, he can make plays. But now if he can get that going between the tackles where he's not second-guessing himself and really pushing the ball downfield, we'll be really excited with him. The same thing, Sean and Kamari have gotten some carries in the season past. But, like I said, the more consistent guys are, the more they're going to play. So we'll see how this thing plays out for us.
Has anyone so far this spring really stood out to you in that running back group? Or is it still too early?
It's really too early. I say the two young guys I'm excited about are Richard Newton and Jamin Patu. They show some good promise, especially both being redshirt freshmen and some of the stuff they've been able to do and pass pro and running the ball. I'm really excited about them. I don't know if it's probably not the answer you wanted, but that's what I'm excited about.
You mentioned